everyone, and welcome to TV Storytime. Let's get right into our first story, and this one is called Alone. Doesn't look like he's alone, does it? So let's see what happens in our story. Alone. There once was a boy called Billy McGill who lived by himself on the top of a hill. He spent every day in his house all alone, for Billy McGill liked to be on his own. "This is my hill," said Billy McGill. "I live here alone, always have, and always will." Splendid aloneness, yes, that was his aim, so nobody called and nobody came. Life was so fast down below in the town, with the people, the traffic, and rushing around, the hustle and the bustle and the coming and the going. The world never stopped with its toing and froing. But life on the hill stayed exactly the same. Nobody called and nobody came. "This is my hill," said Billy McGill. "I live here alone, I always have and always will." From morning to night and all the year around, there was barely a whisper and hardly a sound. Not a plip or a plop, not a hum or a creak. Till one day the horror, a scratch and a squeak. Billy searched high and low all over his house until under the bed he discovered a mouse. "No," Billy muttered, "I cannot accept that." So he went into town and he brought back a cat. "This is my hill," said Billy McGill. "I live here alone, always have and always will. This cat will give chase to that mouse, yes it will, and then peace will return to my house on the hill." But the cat liked to play and the house was the same, and they both thought the chase was a wonderful game. "Oh no!" Billy cried. "It's a dog that I need. He'll chase off this cat and this mouse with great speed." But the dog joined in the game, and the cat and the mouse, and they ran around in circles all over the house. "Oh no!" cried Billy. "What they need is a scare." And so he went to the zoo and snuck out with a bear.
Oh
but the bear felt quite tired with his hardly a peep. He and the cat and the dog fell asleep. "Oh no!" cried Billy. "I must wake them up quick." A roar from a tiger might just do the trick. But the tiger, he fetched a terrible sneeze, and the roar when it came out was no more than a wheeze. "Oh, this won't do," Billy said. "I must get him to a vet, for I need to get rid of these animals yet." "This is my hill," said Billy McGill. "I live here alone, I always have and I always will." The vet, when she came, said, "Let's knit him a sweater. This beast has a cold, and it will make him feel better. I can do it for you. You must get me some wool. Find a sheep with a coat that is fluffy and full." And so the sheep Billy found was as big as a cloud. "How on earth will I clip it?" he wondered aloud. "My friend's a hairdresser. He'll know what to do," said the vet. "He will shear the sheep nicely for you." So the vet asked her friend, "Can you help?" He said, "Maybe, as long as you're there to look after my baby." "This is my hill," said Billy McGill. "I live here alone, I always have, and I always will." As soon as they came, the poor babe started crying, and the hairdresser said, "There's no use in trying. I can't shear the sheep while this baby's upset. We must get him a toy." Oh, the poor little pet. "To the toy shop," said Billy, "and I'll be back very soon." He returned with a fabulous bright red balloon. "Oh, how perfectly chosen," the hairdresser said. "His favorite color has always been red." But just at that moment, the wind began blowing. The house was besieged by a thunderstorm growing. The balloon disappeared in a gust through the door, and the hairdresser screamed, and the baby cried, "Sore!" "Enough!" roared Billy. "I can't take it anymore. All this noise and confusion, and what is it for? This is my hill. I am Billy McGill. I live here alone. I always have, and I always will." With a huff and a puff and a miserable frown, he trekked off through the rain to the far side of town, and beyond through the valley and over the sea to a place high and lonely where no one else would be. See him climbing? "Now, this is my hill," said Billy McGill. "I live on my own. I always have and always will." The evening grew cold and the sun set, and he thought about the tiger, the sheep, and the vet, the dog and the bear, and the hairdresser too, and just then the little red balloon came into view. And poor little baby plopped into his head, and the baby whose favorite color was red. So he searched for the string, and he went down to the town, over the sea, and he kept going until he had passed through the town and arrived at his house, the one with the dog and the cat and the mouse. There was noise and confusion and poop everywhere, and the sheep was asleep with the bear on the chair. "I'll fix this," said Billy. "I'll fix it all soon." And he handed the baby the bright red balloon. The baby stopped crying and fell fast asleep. The hairdresser set to shearing the sheep. The vet made a sweater, and the tiger soon wore. The tiger, much better, recovered his roar. And the bear in a panic ran out of the house, chasing after the dog, the cat, and the mouse. The rest of them left in a minute or so, and Billy was pleased to see everyone go. "This is my hill," said Billy McGill. "I live here alone. I always have and I always will." Now Billy is happy and peace is restored. His house on the hill is in chaos no more. There's barely a whisper and barely a sound, except every Tuesday when his friends come around. There we go. The end. So I guess he decided not to live totally alone. Every Tuesday he gets friends. We need friends, don't we? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we sure do. All right, Miss Susanna's got another story for us.
How to draw a dragon. This looks interesting, doesn't it? He's riding a bicycle. That's crazy. All right. How to draw a dragon. Drawing dragons isn't hard. Drag a dragon to your yard. He's got him in a wagon. Dragons may be large in size. You'll need lots of art supplies. Dragons, when they wake, are grumpy, and their heads are rather bumpy. Soothe your dragon with a song as you draw his teeth so long. Oh my gosh. Careful when you draw each claw. Dragons also love to draw. Ooh. He's drawing a boy. Yeah. Draw your dragon's pointed spines using lots of jagged lines. Oh my, he does have lots of spines and lots of scales. While your dragon's laying eggs, take the time to draw her legs. Oh my, lots and lots of eggs.
But how are they going to put it together?
I don't know. Dragons have large, knobby knees, and it rains when dragons sneeze. Ew! While you both ride on your bike, you can draw your dragon's spike. Oh my. Big purple dragon. Draw your dragon's wings in flight, but don't look down and hold on tight. Oh my.
How are they going to draw it?
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to draw him. Draw your dragon's bearded chin. Right there. While he plays the violin. Oh my. These dragons are doing lots of neat things. Draw your dragon's bulging eyes as she's watching dragonflies. Look at the dragonflies. Dragonfire has reds and yellows, and it's good to toast marshmallows. I wouldn't want to toast my marshmallows with dragonfire.
Why?
Scary. Time for dragons now to fly. Give a hug. Then wave goodbye. All those dragons had to go. But your drawings in a show. They're in a school art show. All these dragons, that's how they put them together, isn't it? That is really neat. The end. Okay, now we're going to do an activity where we guess the things that start with D. I'm going to give you pictures, and then I'll give you some clues. Whoops. I'll give you clues, and then when you figure out the clue, you can put your picture up on the board, okay? I'm going to give you that one. All right, so here we go. The first one. A cute, fuzzy little animal who likes to swim in a pond. What would that be that starts with D? Do you know what that is? It's a duck. A magical creature who flies and breathes fire. Oh, what is that called?
A dragon.
A dragon. That's a cute dragon, isn't it? Another name for small, round spots, and it starts with D. That's right, dots. Very good. A leathery, big fish who likes to jump in and out of the ocean. What is that called?
A dolphin.
That's right, a dolphin. A musical instrument that you bang on with sticks. What would that be?
A drum.
A drum. Thank you. A special table used in a school or office. A desk, that's right. Oops. A furry, four-legged animal who lives in the forest. All right. What would that be called?
A reindeer.
A deer, that's right. Something brown you put in a pot to grow plants in. What would that be?
Dirt.
Dirt, that is absolutely right. Okay, clothing a princess wears. What would that be?
Dress.
A dress, that's right. Okay, this is what you do with a shovel. Starts with D. What would you do with a shovel?
Dig.
That's right, dig. Awesome. Okay, we've got two more. Moving your body to music. What is that called?
Dancing.
Dancing, that's right. That's good. Okay, the last one. A four-legged pet with fur that is not a cat.
A dog.
That's right, it's a dog. Very good. There we go.
Wow, boys and girls, look at all these things that start with D, and D says duh,
Duh.
duh. Just like her dragon in her book. But then we also had, say them with me, dance, dress, deer, dig, dog, dragon, duck, dolphin, drum, dirt, dots, desk. Very good.
Thank
Okay, so be
you.
looking for other D words because I'm sure there's lots of them. And that's just some of the most common things. Very cool. All right, this book is Have You Seen My Trumpet? This one's a little tricky. We're going to have to look at this book very closely. Who is playing with the frisbee?
A pig. A bee.
Well, okay, yeah, the pig, yeah, is definitely on the beach, but then there's a bee on the frisbee. And so we have this object that's actually, the animal is in the word for the object.
So it's just the clue.
Just like the book was, have you seen my trumpet? So the little girl right there is looking for her pet, not her trumpet, but her pet. It's a little confusing, but I think it's a pretty neat little book. This one says, who is blowing a dandelion?
The lion.
The lion.
lion.
Yeah, because the word dandelion, the last 4 letters is lion. Okay, let's look at the next one. Who is being selfish?
The fish.
Fish. Right. See, he says, I love me. He wants his bucket back. The little crab's trying to take the bucket, but the fish is wanting
To keep his bucket.
to keep his bucket.
He doesn't want to share.
Nope. Excuse me, have you seen my trumpet? And then this little guy says, I haven't. I don't know what her pet is in this picture. Maybe she's still looking for it. Maybe we'll find out at the end. I don't think the whales are her pet. Who thinks it is too crowded here? What animal is in the word crowded?
Crocodile.
Not the crocodile. Crowded. It's the crow.
That's right,
Yeah, so
crow.
the crow is in there with all those other animals.
He looks mad, doesn't he? The crow.
No, and that, some of them,
Yeah, they
their
do.
eyes all
They're
sort of
"Oh,
look
it's
like
too
they're
crowded."
squished in there. Yep.
Yeah.
Who is chasing the pigeon?
Pig.
Pig is what starts the word pigeon, right? He's having some ice cream. Looks like they're dancing over there. I don't know, the illustrations are pretty cool when you take a look at them. You got more flamingos over here on the boat. Maybe that's what they're doing. They're waving goodbye to their friend. Maybe they missed the boat. I don't know.
Maybe.
Who is in the bathroom?
A bat.
That's right, because bat. But do we see the bat? No, we
Not
don't.
yet.
The
Maybe
door's
we
shut,
will.
which is probably a good thing if you're using the bathroom, right? Excuse me. Have you seen my trumpet? No, I haven't. Go away. Get out. That's not a good thing to do, boys and girls. Don't open the door when someone's in the bathroom with the little bats on the toilet. Who is in the kayak?
Kangaroo.
What is this animal?
Kayak.
What's those
Yak.
last couple letters?
Yak.
Yak is in kayak, yeah. So he's in the kayak. The yak is in the kayak, and the flamingo's taking a swim, and the rabbit's on one of those paddle boards.
A yak is kind of like an ox.
Yeah, it's a big,
Kind of,
big
yeah.
animal. Who is at the wheel?
A seal.
A what?
Seal.
Not a seal. What animal is at the end of the
Eel.
word wheel? Eel. Right. So that's like maybe like an electric eel. Look at their flag. It's a fish skeleton. Oh, we got a mermaid. All right, let's see what else. Who is shouting gruffly?
A flea.
Gruffly. The end of it sounds like flea, but it's actually the word fly. Well, there's like, because we don't say gruff fly. We say gruffly, but there's that fly. He is shouting. Looks like he's the captain, and his boat is
Going
off the page, and the alligator or crocodile, he is trying to water ski, and the bird's quacking up there. This story is a mess. I'm telling you, these animals don't know what they're doing. The little girl's still looking for her trumpet, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me, have you seen my trumpet? No, I haven't. Now move along. That little fly is still not happy.
Wait, I thought it was her pet.
Who loves guacamole? What's the end?
Molly. A mole.
A mole. Right, there's that mole. And what's
got
he
an eye.
hugging? Do you know, what do we make guacamole from? Do you know?
Mangoes.
That's
Avocado.
Avocados.
Yeah.
There you go. Mango looks a lot like that, right?
does,
But he is
yeah.
loving that avocado, isn't he? Here's the I love me again. Looks like he's fishing, and he's going to put the hook on the little crab.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
There was a fish walking.
Who fell into the fish bowl? Yeah, so the last couple letters is owl. He's in the fish bowl. There's that fish hook again.
The mouse.
I don't know where he's going off to. Who is robbing the elephant? The elephant.
A robin.
Who's robbing the elephant?
Stealing
Ants.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, the ant took his piece of watermelon. Because at the end of elephant is ant. Hey, there's my trumpet. Who's her pet?
Elephant.
The elephant, you think? Come here, trumpet. Good boy. Treating him like a dog, huh?
The elephant.
But did you know that elephants, when they make that noise with their trunk, they call it trumpeting? So maybe that's sort of why they did the play on words here. Come here, trumpet.
She named him Trumpet.
Yeah. Pretty cool book, and that was called Have You Seen My Trumpet? Takes a little thinking when you look at that book, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Okay, we've got one more today. This is cat dog. So here we have a dog looking at the cat. Cat's looking at the dog. We also have a little mouse down here. Now on the back,
I like how the cat looks.
yeah, on the back here we have three friends. We have the cat and the dog, and the mouse playing the violin. So I wonder if what that has to do with the story.
The mouse looks so big.
Right, yeah, and here it's very little. So
Maybe he plays a very big part in the book.
maybe, we'll see. So
You
here's the
never
cat
know.
and the dog. They're both sort of looking sad down at that little mouse. Let's see what happens in this story. So, there was a very scary dog, right? See a scary looking dog?
Yeah.
I think
It's
so. I
kinda
mean, look
scary.
at that collar, look at that face. He's showing his teeth and his ears are up.
looks like
I
he's
wouldn't
gonna
want to meet
growl.
that dog, would you?
The cat looks scared.
The cat looks scared for sure. All right. No, he's not a scary dog, is he? Well, it's a nice puppy.
Maybe he was just stretching.
Yeah, maybe. But there was a cat, right? Is there a cat in the story?
Yeah.
I think so. Yes. And the dog was wide awake, right?
Looks like it.
Looks like he's sort of wide awake. Now, who's asleep? The cat. What else do we see in this picture?
Mouse.
Do we see the mouse?
Where's he at? There.
Right there.
Yeah.
Was he on the other page? I'm just curious.
No.
No, but he's probably hiding right there underneath that couch, peeking up out of that pillow. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, so our question was, the dog was wide awake, and the answer is no. Now he's asleep, right?
He looked wide awake, but he fooled us.
This is a silly story. But the cat saw the mouse, right?
No.
Do you think the answer is going to be no or yes?
Yes.
Because if it's no, he's just gonna lay back down on the couch.
No.
If it's a yes, he's probably gonna get ready to jump off the couch and
Chase them.
chase the mouse. So let's see what the answer is. Yes! But he's not doing anything about it. And it says, and the dog knew something was up, right? Does the dog know anything's up? The dog paying any attention to that mouse?
He looks shocked.
What's that mouse doing?
Dancing.
He's
He's dancing. That's what I thought too.
And what is the cat doing?
He's looking at the mouse, but the dog ain't.
But he looks like he might be,
Pointing.
or gonna touch the dog maybe?
Maybe to get his attention?
I don't know.
Or
There's not a
something?
lot of words in this book. I think we sort of have to make up our own story as we go along here.
It's making us think. You know, you can think something is a certain way, but maybe it's not what's
Right.
going on.
And the dog knew something was up, right? Does the dog pay attention?
No. Told
No.
No, he went back to sleep. He wakes up, changes positions, goes back, lays back down. But the cat crept across the floor, right?
you. Yes.
That's what it looks like.
But remember, the mouse was over on this side, so he's like going on the wrong direction. But he is definitely creeping. Let's see. Did the cat really creep? Yes. And the dog opened one eye, right?
No. Yes.
Well, he's got one eye open. And the mouse is still sort of, I bet he's teasing those two critters. I think he's teasing them.
No.
The dog opened one eye.
They're expecting him to
No.
run away.
That dog is still asleep.
Told you guys.
But the cat skittered after the mouse, right?
Yes.
Is this what's going to happen?
Yes.
We have yeses and nos. What do you guys think? And the answer is yes. And then the dog leapt off the couch, right?
No.
What do we think? Does the dog leaping, or is the dog still asleep?
The dog's still asleep.
I think he's still asleep, even though the picture shows us that. He's been sleeping this whole story pretty much, right?
Maybe
So-
he was paying attention the whole time and he was fooling everybody. I don't know.
So did the dog leap off the couch?
No. Yes.
Nope.
He was just changing position
That
again.
dog is still asleep.
Jim, I told you.
And the cat skittered right into the wall. When the cat jumped off the couch, did he bump into the wall?
Yes.
Yes?
Wow.
No? Are cats smarter than bumping into the wall? I don't know. Where's that? That mouse looks like he's flying. Looks like he's going to go, woo, right there on the tummy of the dog.
It looks like he's gonna run into the couch.
It looks more like
Yeah.
he's running into the couch, but the words say he
jumping.
ran into the wall.
Right?
Yep. He sure did. He bumped his head. He went in backwards. Oh, did he lose the mouse?
Looks like it. Have you ever seen a cat run so fast that it just loses control and
it
crashes
just-
into the wall?
Cats are funny, aren't they? Okay, and so the dog did nothing at all, right?
Yes. No.
Did the dog do anything at all in this story?
No.
He hasn't so far.
They are just looking at each other again.
The cat looks pretty put out.
No. The dog woke up and barked. Finally.
So was I wrong?
So the dog did wake up. The dog did finally see the mouse. It finally helped the cat.
After it was already back in its hole.
Yeah. And the cat and the dog lay side by side with their noses to the mouse hole, right?
Yes.
Did they continue to wait for that mouse to come back out?
Yes. No.
Okay, we've got 2 yeses and 1 no. Yes!
Uh-oh.
And then the mouse came out to say, hi, right?
No.
Normally
no,
he
yes. You think that mouse is coming out to say hi? It just says, what do you think?
No.
The book's not going to tell us, so do you think the mouse is going to come out and say hi?
No.
No, yes, no. I mean, if it's true to nature, I'd say no.
No. But this mouse is carrying a violin.
Is it time to
He
play a
was
song?
dancing, and now I think maybe he wanted to play some music and play with them.
So that was Cat Dog by Mem Fox and Mark Teague. All right, boys and girls, I hope you've enjoyed all of our stories today. It is time for us to say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye now.